week, get 25% off. 25% off custom plantation shutters. Restrictions apply. Ask for details. Call 847-740-6790 today. That's 847-740-6790. Or visit ShutterHutInc.com. The Shutter Hut, Chicagoland's #1 custom plantation shutter company.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 30% upfront bonus? Or are they promising you up to 10% growth per year, all for your retirement income? If not, then you need to come to Trajan Wealth. I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. If you have a plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They're not. That's up to $30,000 upfront or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Call Trajan today, 630-230-7400. That's 630-230-7400.
Annuities not advisory products. DBA Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
If you see a foundation crack, it may be a sign of a larger problem. So don't just get it repaired, get protected. At US Waterproofing, we're not only experts at sealing leaks, we're a complete solution to keep your basement dry. From replacing ineffective gutters and downspouts to raising settled concrete, US Waterproofing has provided customized solutions for over 500,000 happy customers. Schedule your free consultation today at uswaterproofing.com and enjoy no interest if paid in full in 1 year. US Waterproofing. A better basement starts with us.
Top trending stories on WBBMNewsRadio.com.
The sudden decision by Chicago Congressman Chuy Garcia not to seek re-election has a progressive Chicago alderman considering throwing his hat in the ring. Self-described Democratic Socialist Byron Sigcho Lopez says he's launching an exploratory committee to consider challenging Patty Garcia as an independent. To learn more, visit our website at WBBMNewsRadio.com. And a Florida sheriff has a unique mammal to help him solve crimes. 2-year-old Splash is believed to be the only cadaver otter in the world. Martin County Sheriff John Budensick says Splash helps them find human remains underwater. He also said they're using an animal to do what they do best, detect things that don't belong in their environment. Yeah, I would say that doesn't belong in that environment. 1:46, time now for sports. Here's 670 The Score's Chris Emma.
Looking to bounce back tonight in Cleveland, the Bulls hope to go running once again. That's the style of play they're embracing this season, one that has them at 6-2 overall. It's a promising start for the Bulls, whose up-tempo ways have frustrated the opposition. Kobe White says his team has been working towards this.
You know, this didn't happen overnight. This just didn't happen this training camp. It happened 2 years ago, you know, that training camp, and then that season, and then, you know, over time, you slowly start to play the way that you want to play, and you got guys that buy into how we want to play and what we want to do, and then you get the personnel that fits how we want to play and what we want to do. And then, yeah, like you said, everything just comes to fruition. You know, obviously it's a long season. We only play 107 games, so we're humble, but we're also hungry at the same time.
The Bulls lost 126-110 to the Bucks last night. That was part of NBA Cup action in Milwaukee. Tip-off tonight with the Cavs is set for 7. Tune in to 670 The Score for the call. The Blackhawks were a 4-0 winner last night against the Flames in Calgary. Spencer Knight recorded his first shutout in a Hawks sweater. Connor Bedard had 1 goal and 3 assists. They'll skate in Detroit tomorrow with a noon puck drop against the Red Wings. The Bears are back along the lakefront tomorrow. They'll kick off at noon with the Giants. Ben Johnson has his team looking to hit 6-3, and Caleb Williams is believing in his head coach.
You can feel his energy. You can feel his love for the game, us as players, and his want to win. And, you know, I think those are a lot of similarities in my life and my daily life and my game. And so, you know, having someone like that in your corner, it builds energy, you know, every single day to get up and come in here, find ways to get better and, you know, try and lead these guys to victory.
In the college game, Northwestern lost 38-17 last night at USC. Number 2 Indiana has a 20-10 lead over Penn State. And Notre Dame is looking to make it 7 in a row. It's Navy and South Bend tonight. Catch that game on AM 780 WBBM. News continues on 105.9 FM. With sports at 16:46, I'm Chris Emma of 670 The Score for News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
Thanks, Chris. 1:48. Time for traffic and weather together on the 8s. Here's Trent Erickson.
Oh, delays out there. If you're traveling on most roadways, we're starting to see some filling in here and there. The Tri-State, some good news. That crash gone and the delays gone along with it. Southbound around Dempster. You just slow now past Ogden down to the Stevenson. Your northbound side gets heavy approaching 290. Not too terrible. And the Edens is okay now. That earlier delay, that weird one that went from the spur down to Dundee, gone. And the delay's gone along. Whatever it was is taken care of. 15 minutes either way, back to good. And the Kennedy inbound. You're starting to see the express lanes. Looks like we're going to open those up any moment now on the inbound side. For now, you got River Road till the Foster delays, and then Armitage to the Vern interchange out to Armitage and Montrose to Harlem. It's 35 in, 31 back out between the airport and downtown. On the Eisenhower inbound, St. Charles to Austin is slow, 39 in from I-90 from Manheim 19, 21 and 39 on your way back out and slow from Costner to First Avenue. Metro reminds you next time, take that Union Pacific West line from the Elmhurst station. Jump on Metro, you won't have to worry about these delays at all. Stevenson, the inbound's good. The outbound side slows to about Damon to Cicero, 22 to get the Tri-State, 30 minutes out to 3:55. 55 northbound from the truck scales up to Route 53, a little slow northbound, but nothing under southbound travel. Dan Ryan in from the Stevenson locals and Pershing, and the express slows a bit, 16 in and 14 out, and slow out to 18th Street. On DeSable Lakeshore Drive, your northbound side hits the brakes from the Stevenson up to Chicago Avenue. Heavy spots go southbound from Michigan down to Balboa. Tollways aren't bad. Northwest Indiana roadways actually are not bad either. Your next report at 1:58 on News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
The WBBM AccuWeather forecast is calling for cloudy and cooler conditions. A few sprinkles making their way through the area. We're only heading up to a high of 48 degrees today. Rain will develop more later in the day and will eventually turn into snow overnight. The low drops down to 31 degrees. Right now it's 45 degrees along the lakefront at 150.
Chicago's only station dedicated to news around the clock. News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
A Russian airstrike in eastern Ukraine had deadly results.
A Russian drone has slammed into a tower block in eastern Ukraine, killing around 4 people and injuring more than 10. Rescuers rushed through the debris, helping survivors in the aftermath. Ukrainian authorities reported the attack on Dnipro, which is Ukraine's 4th largest city. It was part of a large Russian missile and drone barrage targeting energy infrastructure across the country. Ukrainian forces shot down more than 400 drones and 9 missiles, and 25 locations were struck. Authorities switched off power in several regions due to the attacks. The Kremlin claims its targets are linked to Kiev's war effort. Meanwhile, fighting for the strategic city of Pokrovsk has reached a key stage. I'm Rika and Garcia.
Your Fortune Business Update is coming up next. It's 1:51.
The $79 furnace tuna is back.
Oh, you mean the $79 furnace tuna from Dwayne Blanton?
No, furnace tuna.
For $79, Dwayne Blanton Home Services will come out to your home, diagnose and optimize your furnace for only $79. Call Dwayne Blanton for a $79 furnace tune-up today.
The furnace tuna is back.
With a smile. Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and almost 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. And if you think this is just a cosmetic problem, think again. Varicose or spider veins, if left untreated, can lead to swollen or discolored legs, cramping, the inability to stand or walk, neuropathy, even worse, blood clots, which can travel to other parts of your body. But here's the good news. Advanced Medical Vein Treatment Centers offers plans that treat and cure the condition, not just cover up. Grab your phone, take down this number, and call 800-587-1248. That's 800-587-1248. When you call, you'll get free information on how you can live your life to the fullest again. Walk, exercise, sleep well. Your vein problems will not go away on their own, and in time can lead to major health issues. Call Advanced Medical Vein today for free information on fast and easy solutions that are covered by most insurance plans, Medicare included. Call 800-587-1248. That's 800-587-1248 today.
Attention families with loved ones in nursing homes. Has someone close to you suffered from neglect or abuse? If your loved one has endured any of these harms in the past 2 years, you could be eligible for a substantial settlement. Visit nursinghomeabusenetwork.com. Don't let nursing home neglect go unaddressed. Visit nursinghomeabusenetwork.com today. We're here to help you get the justice your family deserves.
At 1:53, it's time for your Fortune Business Update, sponsored by Lober Motors Mercedes-Benz.
Top Wall Street executives are doing something they rarely do. They're predicting publicly where stocks are going. I'm Jeff Colvin of Fortune Magazine with the Fortune Business Update. Goldman Sachs CEO David Solomon recently said stock markets will probably decline by 10 to 20% in the next 1 or 2 years. At the same event, Morgan Stanley CEO Ted Pick said something similar, that we should welcome the possibility of a 10 to 15% decline in stocks. Such clear and specific predictions of stock prices are unusual from top-tier financial CEOs, though it's certainly true that by several measures, U.S. stocks on average are way overpriced. Some measures even show stocks at the highest level ever recorded. But there are few certainties. History says that even if stocks are at insanely high prices, that doesn't mean they can't go even higher. I'm Jeff Colvin.
In other news, a new study from the University of Illinois Springfield suggests that a common diabetes medication may do more than control blood sugar. Researchers found that the drug sitagliptin will help protect blood vessels and support overall heart health. The drug is currently prescribed after a type 2 diabetes diagnosis to help manage blood sugar levels. According to that study, the drug's effects on blood vessels could one day lead to new strategies to prevent or reduce complications from heart disease. Interesting. All right, check of traffic and weather together is coming up next. It's 1:55.
Before ABC.com for details. Don't wait for your furnace to break down. Call the knowledgeable professionals at ABC for your $49 Ultimate Furnace Tune-Up. We'll be there fast and deliver 5-star service backed by our no breakdown guarantee. Trust ABC and consider it done.
Rickland buys homes. Do you have a home that needs too much work or a handyman special? Maybe you even inherited a home that's now vacant and you just don't know where to begin. Rickland will buy your home as is, all cash, no repairs or inspections, no commissions, and close when you want. Rickland has been buying homes in Chicagoland and the suburbs for over 20 years. For a cash, no obligation offer, call Rickland at 847-588-1118. That's 847-588-1118.
Welcome back to Ask Hasselus. I'm Weston. What's your question?
I give up. Where are they?
Who?
Employees.
What?
You say Hasselus mattress showrooms don't have any employees. But come on, bud. I know better.
I assure you.
Are they cooped up in a secret back room?
Huh?
Or waiting outside in the bushes?
Sir.
I know. They're hiding under the bed, aren't they?
Listen, Hasselus mattress showrooms really are employee-free. Give our mattresses a try with no pushy sales guy.
Nope, don't believe it.
You won't believe our prices either. Beauty Rest, Sealy Posturepedic, and more for way less.
Right.
Others sell a King Aspen Cove for $2,520, but our everyday low Hasselus price is just $1,374. Free next day delivery too.
Sure. Next you'll say I can get a free adjustable base with my purchase through Monday.
As a matter of fact, yes.
Oh, come on.
Save on Sealy Posturepedic and Beauty Rest, plus get a free adjustable base. Find an employee-free showroom near you at Hasselus.com.
My ride smells just right, just right, just right, just right. I gotta try that Febreze car. Just right, just right, just right. La 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 la. We go to 40 days of consistency. All in all, Febreze car clips right on your vid. You know my car's my happy place. Keep a smile on my face. When it smells just right, just right, just right. Yeah, breathe happy Febreze. La 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 la.
At Audion Hearing, our mission is simple: to make better hearing affordable for everyone. We're proud to offer high-quality, rechargeable hearing aids starting at just $98. Clear, comfortable, and ready to use.
Entrance 7-Eleven.
Oh, yeah, so go through
That's
these
it.
doors.
Okay. Thank you so much. That's it.
Head to your drop-off.
bring Santa here, there's a magical place called Tree Time in Lake Barrington with the most enormous holiday selection of artificial Christmas trees, lights, wreaths, and unique decorations. Oh, the quality and perfection. 200 styles of trees that look like the real thing at factory direct prices. They'll make your holiday ring. Come now as limited quantities sell out to avoid any frustrations. And meet with Tree Time top designers who will help with your Christmas creations. Tree Time on Pepper Road in Lake Barrington, and you'll see Tree Time is everything Christmas for your holiday decorations and trees.
So go to treetime.com. Everything Christmas, treetime.com.
It's the end of an era in the nation.
They let LSU get out in front of them, and then they have to rally in the second half to come back. They get up 42 points a couple weeks ago to Arkansas. Over 40 to Notre Dame. I need to see 4 quarters against a really talented true freshman quarterback who's really good, but he's a true freshman. This team and this defense should be dominant, and if they can show that, I think that bodes well for their chances to win the SEC and make a deep run.
That game today on ABC. Later tonight, also on ABC, Alabama having won 16 straight home games, getting LSU. They look to stun the Tide in a Saban Bowl, if you will. This game, Tigers first, inspiring head coach Brian Kelly. LSU is 1-11 all time against AP top fives. Alabama only winning game came in Tuscaloosa in 1993. Nick Saban on the Tide, better look out.
How is LSU's team going to react to this? And what changes are they going to make? Their players have nothing to lose, as you said. So are they going to play free and easy and just go out and, try to play the best football they can? And they probably feel a little disrespected. I'm talking about LSU relative to where they are, their season, how it's gone, their coach getting fired. So it'll be interesting to see how they respond. So this is not a game that Alabama cannot go out and play their best game of the year because, for Alabama, to me, LSU has a great secondary. Alabama's dependent on the forward pass quite a bit this year with the receivers they have and the quarterback, and their inability to create a consistency in the running game, makes this a pretty good matchup for LSU versus their defense versus Alabama's offense. So it's going to be a really interesting game to see how LSU's team responds.
And then there's Notre Dame looking to make like their start to the season never even happened. Brought to you by Serapro, the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. They host Navy on a 6-game winning streak after starting the season 0-2. It's the Rip Miller Trophy at stake. He played for the Fighting Irish, coached the midshipmen. Heather Dinich on a team, unlike Miami, that's going in the right direction.
They don't think Miami and Notre Dame are in the same room right now. Then it can go out the window. And the reality is Notre Dame defensively is playing a lot better. They're running the ball really well. Jeremiah Love should be in the Heisman conversation. And they're just going different directions, and that ranking was a reflection of that.
And the Irish have won 7 straight meetings in this matchup. I'm Jim Dash Basketball. This is college football on ESPN Radio studios, which are brought to you by All-State. Kickoff between Oregon and Iowa. Pair of top 20s is about a half hour away. Both teams lost to Indiana this season. Oregon by 10, Iowa by 5. Ducks have won the past 2 games by 60 combined points since that Indiana loss. Iowa, 10 straight seasons allowing under 20 a game, longest active streak in FBS. They come off the win over Minnesota 41-3, their largest in Big Ten play since 2020, up to their best 5-game start in Big Ten play since 2015. For a look ahead, here's our team. Ian Fitzsimmons, Kelly Stauffer, and Mark Kestisher.
Jim, thank you. Different energy in and around Iowa City this weekend. A gray, rainy, chilly afternoon. Exactly what Hawkeyes fans would have drawn up as the highly talented 9th-ranked Oregon Ducks come to town first time since 1989. Iowa's 2 losses this year have come against top 15 teams, including giving now #2 Indiana one of its toughest tests of the year. And Kelly, we know the DNA of Iowa football is defense, but there's something a little bit different about this year's squad.
Kessie, in today's college football, there are a few things that you can count on, but the identity for Iowa football, both offensively and defensively, can be counted on. They defend the run. They want to run it themselves. They have a great offensive line. The defense makes it really hard on any opposing offense. That's exactly what we're going to see out of Iowa today. There is a little bit of difference, though. Mark Gradowski is a different animal at quarterback. Remember what he did at South Dakota State, over 10,000 yards, 93 touchdown passes, and about half that many more on the ground. So can they get some of that out of that young man today that has a chance to make Iowa different?
Meanwhile, for Oregon, 7-1. They've won 10 straight on the road. In fact, they never lost a road game as a member of the Big Ten Conference. This is year number 2, but they're sitting 9th in the first CFP ranking, so there's still a lot of prove it for the Ducks as we come down the final month of the regular season.
Yes, that's exactly right. I think it's a prove it kind of a 4-game stretch that begins here today. And by the way, this is Iowa Hawkeye weather in this football game. Dan Lanning is 47-2 since taking over in Eugene. They were 13-0 and won the Big Ten a year ago. But then the Rose Bowl happened, and Ohio State took them to the woodshed. And that fuel is what we're seeing now out of this team, but they have to prove it down the stretch starting here in Kinnick Stadium.
Speaking of Hawkeye weather, you and I are nice and comfortable in the booth. Ian Fitzsimmons downfield, but right now he's on the heated Oregon bench. And Fitzy, no doubt the CFP committee wants to see more from the Ducks.
First of all, this Oregon heated bench is like heaven right now. I mean, it's cold, it's windy, it's raining, it's nasty. Thank you to the Ducks for allowing me to sit on their heated bench right now, Kesty. And yeah, when I talked to Mac Rose, the College Football Playoff Committee Chair, Athletic Director at Baylor, earlier this week after the initial College Football Playoff rankings came out, I asked him what 2 teams had the most heated organic debate in the room, and he said Oregon and Notre Dame. And I asked him to elaborate on Oregon, and he said, well, they don't have a signature win. They don't have a very impressive win yet. And I'm with you guys. That Penn State win, that is what sent Penn State into a tailspin. So I disagree with committee as far as a signature win. To me, it's all about when you played, not where the team is right now. But this is an Oregon bunch, Cassie, that has their jaw locked. They're coming in a little banged up.
Yeah, Fitzy, speaking about that, you're on the Oregon sideline. What are you hearing?
So, Kenyon Zeke, they're arguably the best tight end. Jackson, they're starting opposite Bryce Betcher, they're All-American. Any of those guys today here in this rain-fested, windy, cold, do I have to leave this bench? Kinnick Stadium atmosphere.
Yeah, you're getting kicked out of that bench right now. Oregon and Iowa both 4-1 in the Big Ten, and both trying to stay in the Big Ten race. A big one here on an awful day, unless you're an Iowa fan. They love this weather, right? Rainy and chilly and gray. We'll have to pick for you coming up in just a little bit. Let's go back to the studio first. Here's some basketball.
Thanks so much. I'm happy. 20 Indiana, under 2:30 to go. Penn State has lost the last 14 straight games against top 5. Coming up next on College Football Live, presented by Allstate, Adam Rittenberg joins us with thoughts on the importance of this game and updates on 2 prominent coaching searches around the nation. You're listening to College Football on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Great clips to leave and active duty service members. Here's how it works. If you served or are serving in the military, simply visit a Great Clips Salon on November 11th to get a haircut at no cost to you with your military ID. Don't need a haircut. Any customer who gets a haircut on Veterans Day will also receive a free haircut card to give to a veteran or active duty military member. Recognition of their service. It's just one small way of Great Clips is saying thank you for all the sacrifices you as service members make to protect our country. Offer valid while supplies last. Learn more and read giveaway rules at greatclips.com/promotion. Great Clips, it's gonna be great. Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, Electric wants you to avoid breakdowns this winter. Did you know your dirty furnace costs more to operate? It increases your utility bill and leads to more breakdowns? Not to worry. Check out your Four Seasons tune-up today for only $89.95. The furnace tune-up includes a 30-point inspection, complete cleaning, and is backed by the industry-leading 1-year, no breakdown guarantee. Peace of mind, lower utility bills, just a Four Seasons tune-up away.
Since we opened our doors in 1868, UPS fostered deep customer relationships and embodying a legacy of partnership and progress. With multiple lines of business, we provide a range of financial solutions
digital banking to planning for retirement, UC is here to help you achieve your financial goals. UC Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
Head to your pickup at Jamaica Jerkville
When
Bar
lunch
and
hour
Grill.
hits, fuel up like you need it with lunch at the lodge at your
Turn left
local
on
Twin
South
Peaks.
Indiana
Dig into
Avenue.
hearty, cringeworthy classics that hit the spot fast, like their juicy cheeseburger and fries, grilled fresh to order and stacked high, slow lighter but loaded with flavor with a fresh chicken Caesar salad or the fan favorite turkey avocado smash. Preheating hungry? The crispy golden chicken tenders and fries are ready when you are. Quick from the kitchen,
Turn right on
satisfying
East
on the
Turnett
plate.
Road.
It's lunch at the lodge. Twin Peaks, eats, drinks, scenic views. Hey, Sam, my wife Cindy said part of your flooring is shaking the whole house. Thanks to Stylus and Soaring MD, I can actually breathe, cheat, and finally
Using the left lane, turn left on South Michigan Avenue.
Don't stop or exhausted. And remember, your insurance deductible resets in January, so use it before you lose it. Stylus and Soaring MD offers same-day appointments. Call 847-545-0147 or visit stylusandscoringmd.com today. And give yourself and your loved ones the gift of better sleep and a healthy holiday season.
My mom is a veteran and she was injured in the line of duty. I hurt my leg in a training accident when she was only 2 years old. She had 7 different surgeries over the span of 9 years, and there were tons of complications. I couldn't be the mom my kids needed me to be. She missed so much. After my last surgery, I got an infection so bad I thought it was going to kill me. I told her she couldn't leave me yet. There was still so much she had to see. I hadn't even graduated. I'm doing much better now. I may have lost my leg, but I've gained so much. I'm an active part of my kids' lives. She didn't get to lean soccer ball. DAV's been there for me and my family. Through thick and thin, they've had our back.
Every year, DAV helps more than 1 million veterans like Sandy get the health and disability benefits they've earned, so they can achieve victories, great and small.
My victory is getting my life back. I got my joy back. We got our mom back, thanks to DAV.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Wherever you listen to podcasts. This is College Football on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
The new era of college football has arrived. So while you're celebrating new conferences, new playoff formats, and an all-new season of Fansville, grab some ice-cold Dr. Pepper from your local retailer all season long. College football. It's a pepper thing.
Jim Basketball back on College Football Live, taking you to Oregon. That you can get over the hump in
Turn
those
left on
top
South
10,
Wabash
top
Avenue.
20 games where they've fallen short too often. And meantime, Auburn also in search of a new coach. How does that dynamic impact recruiting in terms of players that have already committed to the school?
Yeah, it's certainly something everywhere that's important. I spoke with Virginia Tech's interim coach Philip Montgomery about that this week. What do you say to recruits? And it's hard to give them many answers. Same thing at Auburn right now. The thing at Auburn is that they have done a really nice job getting talent, and I think it's showing in the sense that they're not getting blown out. All of these losses have been relatively close games, and I think if they can get someone in there relatively early in the cycle, especially somebody with enthusiasm, connection to the South and Southeast, they can position themselves not to have a major exodus from that program. I look at a guy like John Sumrall from Tulane, who grew up in the state, his wife went to Auburn, has a lot of energy, would really get after it from a recruiting standpoint locally and regionally, played football in the SEC at Kentucky. He would be an interesting option. And the one thing I will say, and this is funny to say about Auburn, is their administrative situation is actually a lot better than some of the other jobs that are open in that conference. I mean, LSU, following has been messy there. Florida, this is Scott Strickland's third chance to hire a head coach. It's usually not the case. And Auburn, with John, he's done a good job overall as the AD. I think they are well positioned in the cycle.
He's ESPN College Football senior writer Adam Rittenberg. Adam, always appreciate the insight.
You bet. Thanks, Jim.
Quick update from Happy Valley. Fernando Mendoza, 3 career fourth-quarter game-winning touchdown drives. He's looking to make it 4. He has driven the Hoosiers deep into Penn State territory, under a minute to go. Penn State leads this one 24-20 against the nation's second-ranked team. Your money, your move, brought to you by Robinhood. Trade all in one place. Oregon looking to make a move in the college football playoff rankings with a
Just ahead, keep left onto
Dan
I-90 east using the right lane.
fourth season as head coach of the Ducks, a record of 42-7, 14-2 in road games. Ducks head coach joined our Ian Dixon.
Coach, health-wise, I mean, look, this is going to be a run game kind of game, but I know you're a little banged up when it comes to receiving core. What do we got?
We got strength in numbers. We've got a bunch of guys to get out there with go, and whoever takes the field, they're a starter for us, ready to see what they do.
Sadiq, more? Are they good?
Time will tell. Time will tell. When we get out there for the field, see what it's like in the warm-ups, but
This is Midwestern football weather, man. I mean, it's cold, it's rainy, it's nasty. This is your kind of game. Take us here, man. What is this the moment right now? How you feel?
I'm thinking back to Little League football, man, getting to play in the rain. I'm excited about this opportunity. Iowa is obviously a short place to get to play. Just really good for legend coach parents. It's going to be a fun game for us.
As far as your emphasis for your team coming in, what did you see from Iowa that you really emphasize with your squad?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, they're dynamic in the return game. We got to do a great job with special teams. We got to protect the ball. This team's not to take away. We got to do a great job of protecting it, and we got to go attack it ourselves.
This is the Jim Sutton quote. Is the most important play in a game like this?
It's always important play.
Absolutely. You got Chick-fil-A down in Eugene last year. What happened if a Waffle House shows up in Eugene?
Take right exit 55A toward 35th Street.
I'll be hanging out there. I can promise you that.
Good, guys. We're about to a minute, man. Good way home.
Just ahead, turn right on West 35th Street using the right
FBS head
lane.
coach past 50 years to win 43-plus games in his first 50 career games. Meantime, LSU will visit Alabama in its first game under interim coach Frank Wilson. They will become the fourth team in the past 40 years to face an AP Top 5 on the road. The first game following a mid-season coaching change. Alabama's won 84 straight home games against unranked teams, longest such streak by any team in the past 30 years. College Game Day looks at this Tigers Tide kickoff.
LSU defense is obviously terrifically talented, so if they're able to piece some things together, especially with some fresh energy at the head coaching position, maybe it is LSU's day out there at Saban Field, or maybe Ty Simpson continues doing what he's been doing. They've won 7 straight. He has 20 touchdowns in 1 kick over those 7 games. He's also Coach Saban.
Ty Simpson has played outstanding this year, but the one thing that Alabama really wanted to improve on during this 5 week was their ability to run the ball. They've been very inconsistent. They haven't been able to establish a ground game to go with the pass game. We played LSU. A backup quarterback at LSU getting some opportunities. It's a completely different package, much more elusive, much more athletic. You wonder how much Alex Atkins, who had Jordan Travis would have stayed here. You wonder how much he might use that package. It's just a change of pace. You know, it's almost predictable because they're offensive tackles at LSU. You got a true freshman on the left side, a redshirt freshman. They are right now at this stage of their careers a liability. So how do they slow down that Bama pass rush? It'd be a great way to use Van Buren.
Yeah, I think we all know that it wasn't a talent issue for LSU. You know, you already talked about the defense that with Blake Baker at the DC. I think they now want to see if getting the coach fired, moving away from the head coach, galvanizes the team on the road, going up against an Alabama team that they completely despise. Can they keep that energy that they're going to have in that first quarter? Because I know this is like their championship game. First quarter, they're going to come out on fire. Can they sustain that level of play for 4 quarters to give Alabama all they can handle down there in Tuscaloosa for 4 quarters? That's what I want to see, that type of energy.
The alumni, Frank Wilson, done such a good job of reaching out to the former players like Jacob Hester, reaching out to those guys, having them speak to the team about what it means to be an LSU Tiger. Because it's different. He coached there. I mean, it is different. And they're trying to bring the pride back. It's been a great game to display that.
Anytime there's a change in leadership, there's always like a realm of like, wait, I can prove myself to the new person. So there's normally a little bit of an uptick in performance after the change at the top. Sucks that it's Alabama that they have to go against, but you would expect something out of this LSU team with a little fresher energy.
Frank Wilson was a very successful high school coach. Louisiana before getting into college coaching. So, and he's managed some really, really high-profile players. So I think he'll do a really good job of getting this team chemistry.
It also has something to do with the coach who they fired, too, Brian Kelly. How did those guys really feel in the locker room about him? If they feel like, okay, this was our problem, then they're going to go out there and try to prove it today against Alabama. Freaky game today. Yes, sir. And Frank's got some head coaching experience at the college level, too. So it will be his first time running the show on the sideline.
And an LSU-Alabama kickoff is what to watch for, built by the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Update from Happy Valley. They're looking at the call, but it looks like Indiana got a touchdown. Fernando Mendoza to Omar Cooper Jr. with 36 seconds to go. Good thing they only need 1 foot to get inbounds, because that looked like it's a score, and they're about pending extra point to go up 3 in the final ticks in that one. Coming up next on College Football Live, presented by Allstate, we'll hear from longtime Hawkeyes head coach Kirk Ferentz. And the next kickoff from Iowa City for a pair of top 20s. This is College Football on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers! And Cheers. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
As a sports fan, you want the best way to watch your favorite teams at home. And now you can experience game day in all its glory with a 2025 Samsung Super Big TV. It's super big and super clear, giving you a closer view than the sidelines. And you can go big without the blur, thanks to Supersize Picture Enhancer. Select Black Friday deals start now. Go big and save big on the ultimate fan-worthy TV at Samsung.com. Sale dates vary by model. Supersize Picture Enhancer utilizes AI-based formulas available on 85-inch and larger TVs on models QN70F and above.
Just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check for first pre-game analysis first, before talking to your brother-in-law. In this game, the key thing to watch will be the offensive line versus the front seven. If they can get pressure without blitzing, this could be a long night.
Okay, Kirk.
I know stuff. Ooh, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and see what you can save. You're in good hands with Allstate. Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy it, subject to conditions and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Coach Saban here, and let me tell you, every second matters. Preparation is everything, and that's why I trust Kidda Smoke Alarms.
And as North America's #1 home fire safety brand, they're built to respond faster to smoke detection. Kidda helps protect what matters the most. The Home Depot, how doers get more done. #1 claim date, total household installation, September 2023. 29% faster average smoke detection based on internal testing of smoldering wood fires for Kidda 9th edition versus leading competitor 8th edition products.
At AT&T, we guarantee our network, so you can talk college football with your BFF while taking Buster to the vet.
Hey, yeah, I can't believe he ate the whole thing of chicken wings.
And I can't believe we're taking a comeback. Staying connected matters. That's why in the rare event of a network outage, you'll automatically get a bill credit for a full day's service. For wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers, must be connected to impacted tower at onset of outage. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for full details. Rain-X wipers are the #1 wiper blades in America. That means all kinds of drivers choose Rain-X. Big drivers in small cars choose Rain-X. Small drivers in big cars choose Rain-X. Drivers with long hair and short commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with short hair and long commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with pets on board, babies on board, and board babies on board choose Rain-X. Basically, drivers who love a clear view of the road all choose Rain-X wipers, the #1 wiper blades in America.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Why should you hire America's largest injury law firm for your case? There's lots of reasons. Just like there's a reason millions of people called us last year in their time of need. When it comes to fighting for justice and compensation, millions of people across the country trust us to go to battle for them. We became the largest injury law firm in the world for a reason. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Injured? Dial #law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
At Bank of America, we asked our people, how do you take ownership of your career?
I'm able to grow my way by putting the priorities that I have for my career first.
I thrive on being a leader who's behind the team, not in front of the team.
Every few years, I'm being re-energized because I get to do something different and learn something new.
See how our teammates are growing in their careers at bankofamerica.com/great place to work. What would you like the power to do? Under Kirk Cignetti for a second straight season. Nittany Lions face 2nd and 5. They're just inside the 50-yard line. Meantime, Battle of Top 10s has gone final. Number 8 Texas Tech 29-7 over 7th-ranked BYU. Red Raiders head coach Joey McGuire joined the Pat McAfee show on his team stepping up now against better teams.
We're eliminating all excuses. You know, we have the best facilities in college football, and anybody that sits there and says, actually some of these coaches that try to negatively recruit us, it blows up in their face because they're like, well, Tech doesn't have that, and then these guys get out here and they're like, no, their facilities are better than yours. We're sharing at the highest level whenever it comes to revenue share, so the money's not the excuse. What we got to check off is that we can play in all the big games, that we can do everything everybody else is doing, and that's what this year is so important. That's why tomorrow is so important. I think we can compete with anybody. I think we've got a great coaching staff, and we got a great brand to sell.
They get a win today, as does Indiana. They've gone final in Happy Valley. Hoosiers up to 10-0, 27-24. Late touchdown gets that win for them. Number 5, Georgia, 41-14 over Mississippi State. Gunnar Stockton, a trio of scoring strikes in that one. College football on ESPN Radio, presented by Dr. Pepper. It's not college football season without the delicious taste of an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. College football, it's a pepper thing. It's a game that means so much for the Ducks against a quality opponent in Iowa. For the call of the Ducks and Hawkeyes, let's send you to Iowa City and our team of Ian Fitzsimmons, Kelly Stauffer, and Mark Kestisher.
Jim, thank you very much, and we welcome everybody to rainy Iowa City. It's cold rain, low 40s, dropping into the 30s in a couple of hours. A key top 25 Big Ten showdown between Oregon and Iowa. The Ducks have won 2 straight since their lone loss here at home in Eugene against Indiana. Iowa won its last 3 since its second loss of the year. That was here, also against the Hoosiers at Kinnick Stadium. And Kelly, the defense has not been an issue for the Hawkeyes, but this year, Iowa averaging 31 points per game behind a transfer 2-time champion quarterback in Mark Gronowski.
Let's talk about the defense briefly to begin with. One of the things you can count on in college football, Kessie, is the identity of the Iowa Hawkeyes. They play the heck out of defense. We'll know they'll do that again today, but you're right. Mark Gronkowski is that guy that changes everything offensively for the Iowa Hawkeyes. Remember, he came from South Dakota State. 10,000 yards and 93 touchdown passes, and about half that many more on the ground. And so if they get that type of quarterback play today, that's what makes this program different in the game like this.
Look, we've already seen Oregon. We had the game at Penn State, right, when the Ducks survived in double overtime against the Nittany Lions, and things fell apart from there for Penn State. We just heard Mike Cousins' call with Indiana pulling off the win over Penn State coming back. We'll talk more about that later on. But Oregon on the road, look, they're used to playing in the rain. Maybe not this temperature in the rain. They have weapons and also can run the football.
Yeah, and this, to me, Kessie, is a prove-it game for Oregon. They have a 4-game stretch to end the next month of the season, and I think the committee wants them to step up. We think they're a really good football team. I think holistically, offense, defense, special teams, athletic, speed, all those things. But that prove-it point of the season starts here this afternoon.
We're going to get an injury report from Ian Fitzsimmons right after the opening kickoff.
There's a lot of black and gold, and of course, the colors of Oregon are green and yellow, so the golds are matching, but we're seeing a lot of Iowa yellow ponchos in the rain, but you can see a bunch of green throughout the stadium. We know that Oregon travels all of our flights coming into Iowa City at Oregon folks on it, and our kickoff coming up in just a moment at 2:40 Central Time. 43 degrees and rain. Rain-X wipers know what it's like to have a loyal fan base. They're the #1 wipers in America. Next time you need wipers, choose Rain-X. As Oregon and Iowa getting set to play here, it is a field turf stadium, so it's been raining since about 11 o'clock, but you've always talked about the evil triplets. I don't see the wind right now. The wind could kick up within the next few hours, but it's certainly rain and cold, the first two of the triplets.
Yeah, the wind is one of them, and then it's cold, and then it's moisture. When you get all of those things working against you, quarterbacks sometimes have a difficult time. Mark Gronowski played at South Dakota State, and they play outside, and trust me, it's winter in South Dakota currently, and I think Dante Moore had trouble in weather like this against Wisconsin, so we'll see how he responds to the ball handling part and the pass game part of this game today.
I know that oftentimes games come down to special teams and weather. That will be a big factor, not only punting and kicking with wind, but certainly the returners. Cade Weegan is one of the outstanding returners in college football for Iowa State. He already has 3 kick returns for touchdown this year. Let's check in on those injuries because we have a laundry list as we have a slight delay here at the start before kickoff and check in downstairs on the field with the infants.
I'll give you weather in a moment here. I'll go and channel my inner Jim Cantori for you, Cassie and Kelly, in just a moment. But when it comes to injuries, the Oregon Ducks are banged up coming in. Kenyon Sadiq, they're arguably the best tight end in all of college football, will today. Their leading receiver is a true freshman, Decorian Moore. He will not go today. He injured his knee in a non-contact injury earlier this week, and it said tweaked it, but he is unavailable. Also, at right tackle, Alex Harkey, it will not be available today, which means Wilson will be elevated, and then Jackson, one of their top linebackers, Devon Jackson, also is not available for the Ducks. Now, when it comes to weather, Kelly, the rain is now coming down. The wind is not here, but it's cold. It's raining. 2 of the triplets, I promise you, are on this field right now.
Yeah, and ball handling is going to be at a premium. There isn't any question about it. Cold and moisture aren't good. Wind is the worst of it all, I think, but certainly we have to watch these quarterbacks to begin this game.
2 weeks ago, Atticus Sappington of Oregon opened up with an onside kick. That's when he kicks away, and Weegan will bring it out about a yard deep in the end zone in the rain to the 10, 15, stumbling, just stayed on his feet long enough to go over the 20-yard line to about the 21-yard line. And our starting lineups are brought to you by eBay Motors. All the car parts you need at prices you'll love, guaranteed to fit every time. eBay, things people love. We spoke about Mark Gronowski, the quarterback who's thrown for over 11,000 yards in his career. His weapons are on the running side, Kelly. Kamari Moulton has done a really nice job stepping in where Caleb Johnson left off now with the Steelers.
Yeah, I think Mark Gronowski plays in a system that fits him perfectly. And remember that group up front might be the best offensive line in the country this year in college football.
Well, Ian Fitzsimmons telling us the rain right now might be the hardest it has been all day. First down and 10 at the 21-yard line, going from our right to left. Give to Moulton, and he is taken down. Might have got a yard up to the 22-yard line as we're underway in that line led by Logan